Hi everyone, it's Lindsay, the Fensel, the dietitian with the Blizzard. This month's presentation is going to be about nutrition for rehab and recovery. And so every single one of you guys can be utilizing these tips because obviously all of you are recovering every day, multiple times a day actually, between practice and rehab and strength training sessions. And a lot of you guys are doing preventative rehab with Becky, which is awesome, or you're recovering from your own injury. Whether or not you have an injury or not, you can still be utilizing all of these tips. And this is just a really great opportunity to remind you guys that you don't need to be eating poorly to still want to eat better, right? With coming this far in the season, you're going to be playing all really good teams. Like every single team at this point in the season is going to have, and this moving forward, is going to have great athletes. It's the athletes who have the most stamina, have the most power, can push themselves the longest, have the energy that maintains throughout the game to push into the last quarter. Like those are the teams that are going to be making it all the way to Vegas. And obviously, we want that to be you guys. I think everyone would like to see the Blizzard go all the way to Vegas. And so really taking nutrition seriously and not just looking at it as, oh, I only need to do it if I'm eating poorly. No, like every single person on this team can be eating better. I myself can be eating better. And so really remembering these things, in addition to nutrition, just mental performance too, like as the stress gets high, as you get more mentally, physically exhausted, as you have more stressful games coming up, whether you're throwing the ball or you're getting a tackle or you miss something, being able to bounce back and have that resiliency and maintain your energy throughout the entire game is really what's going to allow you to make it all the way to Vegas. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I will end on that note. I just think it's very important to talk about all the preventative things we can do mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, nutritionally to prepare yourselves to be the absolute best football players when it comes to the end of the season, and make sure that you're not tiring out and make sure that you are getting better and better actually every week leading up to the championship. So nutrition is super important for the recovery and rehab process because it just helps your body do the whole process quicker, right? So it's going to help you decrease soreness. You're not going to have as sore of, say, hamstrings or something after you do a training session and maybe you just naturally have tight hamstrings, or you're not going to be having as sore of joints, your muscles, or you're going to be able to build strength faster, build muscle mass faster, improve your performance, and prevent injury is a really big thing. I mean, I think anyone can agree once you get injured, it's really hard to get back like quickly and 100% as where you started. And with you guys having a really, really long string of games without a bye week, I think this is a huge topic right now that every single one of you guys should be taking very seriously, in addition to the other things that Becky, Olu, your coaches, and Derek, the mental performance specialist, are all telling you guys. Most people in America, especially the Midwest, eat very inflammatory Western style diets. Just a lot of processed meats, high sugar, high sodium, unhealthy fats, refined grains, convenience foods, minimal fruits and vegetables, minimal fiber. And honestly, a lot of the vouchers have those options too. So like this helps reinforce like how can you more healthfully utilize your vouchers as well if you are using those. But eating all of these inflammatory foods can lead to systemic inflammation in your body. It's going to cause an effect on your nervous system, your muscles, your gut, your brain, everything. So it will lead to decreased muscle recovery, a mental fog, or lack of motivation. So that's something that obviously would impact you, which Derek could help you with. Increased risk of injury, lead to chronic pain or unhealthy or unhealing injuries. And so people who maybe have like something in their foot that just like does not go away throughout the season. Like you're really inflamed. You need to get the inflammation down through obviously icing and rest, but also you can do that from the inside out with nutrition. Your immunity will get weakened, so you're more likely to get sick. You're going to have gut issues. You're going to have lower energy, more fatigue, and then you also will just get headaches and more joint soreness. So again, all of these things are not great, especially if you're trying to perform at your highest level as an athlete. The recommendations that I'm going to have you guys follow is following more of the anti-inflammatory Mediterranean diet. You've probably heard of this, but the Mediterranean diet improves inflammation in the body because it's high in healthy fats like eggs, fish, avocados, oils, lots of whole grains like rice, quinoa, oats, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. So very whole food focused. And you also are getting a lot of protein because you will be eating obviously like different meats, eggs, fatty fish, things like that. Trying to prioritize as much as you can with plant-based diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains. That is overall better for your body's inflammation, which will improve the recovery process, performance, energy levels, stamina, mood, mental clarity, and body function. And when I say plant-based, I don't mean everyone has to go vegan, right? Like you can eat meat, like I eat meat, but that means taking your intention to how can I increase more fruits and vegetables and more wholesome foods, like getting foods in their most whole forms, nuts, seeds, rice, potatoes, fruits, leafy greens, things like that. So focusing on how you can do more of that and less of the processed things. And less of the inflammatories will be really helpful for you with kind of choosing which items you want to get at the grocery store or even using your vouchers. The three areas of focus for really getting rid of inflammation in the body is protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants. We all know why protein is important, right? It helps improve muscle recovery, prevent soreness. It'll help you with your games, practice, and your therapy sessions. It'll help build muscle mass and strength. When trying to figure out how much protein to consume, making sure a quarter to a third of what you consume on a daily basis is good protein sources, including protein at every time you eat. Every meal and snack, you should be consuming protein. Also, the goal you should try to be reaching is your body weight times 0.6 to 0.8. That's kind of like a good range to aim for. For example, say you are 180 pounds to 200 pounds. If you go look in the bottom left corner, I kind of have a range for you guys to aim towards. If you're a little bit higher, a little bit lower, not a big deal, but really trying to focus as much as you can on trying to get that goal is really pivotal for recovery and preventing injury. I would like to premise that your muscles can only absorb around 30 grams of protein at a time into the muscle, which reinforces why spacing out your protein and eating it consistently at meals and snacks is so important. If you just eat one giant meal in the day, you're not going to be reaching your protein goal for your muscles because you're not going to be able to absorb more than around 25 to 35 grams of protein into your muscles at that time. So I wanted to make sure that we're all aware of that as well. It's really important to consume food right after you exercise. So ideally within 30 minutes, but there's a 2-hour window. The sooner the better. So it's really important to do this, especially if you have multiple things back to back. For example, if you're going from strength or an agility stuff with Olu, then to practice, you need to be having some snack in between there to help recover from what you did with Olu. And then also giving you the energy to try or push your hardest at practice. You want to have a combination of like electrolytes, proteins, and carbohydrates. So some options could be, chocolate milk and grapes, or a smoothie with example protein powder or Greek yogurt, some fruit, and then you could add if you wanted like some leafy greens like spinach or kale. Some protein with crackers, whether it's peanut butter or tuna or something like that. Cottage cheese or Greek yogurt with some fruit, or a simple protein shake and a banana. You just can fill your water bottle up, but keep some protein powder in there and shake it. Have a protein shake and a banana. Some really good quick protein and carbohydrates right there. After you have a post-workout snack, that's going to be smaller. That's just going to start accelerating and starting the recovery process. You still need to eat an entire meal, right? Which is super important. And you can just focus on trying to get all the components of meals, proteins, fats, carbs, fruits and vegetables, etc. And this should happen within 2 hours of your cessation of exercise. So when your exercise finishes. Some examples on here, you can pause, but gave you a couple different dinner, lunch, and breakfast examples. Omega-3s are super important when it comes to helping your body recover, whether it's from a game, whether it's from a training session, whether it's from therapy with Becky. You really want to make sure that you are utilizing your body to its highest potential with recovery. Fun fact, people who go through surgeries, whether it's a joint replacement or it's something with like an Achilles tendon or whatever, they actually have to have really high levels of omega-3s consumed. Usually it's like through a liquid, but anyways, consumed prior and post surgery, because it is like the easiest way you can work on increasing the anti-inflammatory components in your body. You want to consume 1 to 2 servings a day. The foods that it can be found in are like avocados or olive oil, chia seeds, flax meal, fatty fish like salmon, tuna, mackerel, sardines, other seeds like pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds, eggs, nuts, peanut butter, things like that. The last food is antioxidants, which is just, again, super anti-inflammatory. Try to consume 1 to 2 servings of this a day. You can find them in berries, so blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, dark cherries, cranberries, whether they're dried or fresh, dark leafy greens, red kidney beans, plums, and pecans. So really trying to incorporate a good variety of these into your diet every day. So I wanted to give you guys my top 10 foods in combination with looking at high protein, anti-inflammatory things. If you want to find like the best foods to put in your grocery list, put these 10 things down. Find recipes and ways to incorporate these into your diet. Berries, all types of berries, salmon or tuna, really versatile fatty fish, spinach or other leafy greens, chia seeds, flax meal is very similar. Walnuts are very healthy for you. All nuts are really good. Walnuts are just have the most omega-3s in them. Eggs, you want to prioritize whole eggs. Chicken is just a really potent amount of protein. Cottage cheese, a lot of protein. Greek yogurt, a lot of protein again. Then avocados, lots of healthy fats. And so getting a good variety of all of these will help you feel super anti-inflammatory and just help your muscles recover as best as possible. Outside of diet, I wanted to get into like 1 or 2 just very small things you can do in your lifestyle that will also help with preventing injury and helping you recover. So just maximizing your sympathetic nervous system. It sounds like a very big word, but in sense, it's when your body's at rest. So the opposite of exercise and the opposite of running from a bear. You're just at rest, your heart rate comes down, you know, you're not breathing as hard. You're gonna be focusing more on digestion because you're not focusing as much on like your blood flowing to your muscles because you're not exercising. You'll generally have to go to the bathroom more. This is when your body has time to really focus on doing digestive and metabolic things. So this is the state in which you want our body to be in. So the 2 things that we can do within lifestyle choices that can help that would be getting good sleep and stress management. Stress reduction and proper sleep keep the body calm, so in that parasympathetic state, which facilitates proper recovery and muscle and tissue growth. When you guys are stressed out, whether it's physical stress like exercise or mental stress because of whatever you may have going on, you're in a sympathetic state, the not parasympathetic state, right? So you want to keep yourselves really calm as much as possible. Understanding that there's going to be times through the day when you're going to have higher stress, but really finding time to facilitate that decreased stress and good sleep. Because you're going to get benefits from it, from like mental clarity, more focus, improved performance, less gut issues, higher immunity, and just overall better recovery and injury prevention. Every person I generally work with, I will tell them to work on a nighttime sleep routine. This is just going to help you sleep your best. I'm not going to sit and go through this in detail because we can work on this individually with whatever your sleep schedule will be. It's very individualized, but in sense, how can we help you get yourself in the best environment to facilitate the best sleep? It's the most rejuvenating sleep. So when you're in a really deep REM sleep, your body's going to be recovering the best that it can versus, falling asleep and kind of waking up throughout the night, like you're not really getting into the deep REM sleep, which is where you will find most of that muscle recovery working. And it doesn't matter how much protein you eat throughout the day. If you're not getting good sleep, you're not putting your body in a state to utilize the protein. Your body can't really focus on recovering as much throughout the day. It's focusing on other things. So when you're sleeping, your body's literal one job is to just heal, recover, and get back to homeostasis. These are just a couple tips for you guys to focus on getting good sleep. Again, everyone is different. Some things may work for you, some things may not. But ideally, it's getting a cool environment, having the lights be dark, having a consistent nighttime routine, which you just talked about, avoiding caffeine past, like lunch or so. trying to optimize sleeping at one duration of time instead of naps, avoiding technology or lights before bed. So, like I said, some of these may work for you, some may not, but definitely come see me if you're wanting to focus on getting a better routine for sleep if you're not doing that currently, because it's super important for athletes. These are just a couple of different ways to help decrease stress in your body. So mindfulness or meditation. Derek is really good with helping people with mindfulness. Going for walks outside in the sun, doing yoga or stretching, listening to calming music. Visualization is something that Derek is really great with. So you in sense visualize yourself doing the stressful event so that when you actually get to that stressful event, like for example, the Las Vegas game, your body has already physically and mentally prepared for the stress that you're about to give it, so it just handles it better. Doing deep breaths and then progressive muscle relaxation. And again, those are things that Derek can help you with. I just wanted to kind of inform you of those options. There's tons of different breathing techniques. I'm not going to walk you through them, but those are different options. Square breathing, 4-7-8 breathing, and then diaphragmatic breathing. There's also progressive muscle relaxation. Again, these are all different ways to help you just calm your body. I recommend doing them before bed, so it helps you facilitate being in a calmer state so you can go to bed quicker. Or if you find yourself just like really amped up or anxious at some point, take a minute or two, practice one of these tools so that you're able to focus or get back to doing what you want to do. Like maybe you're at practice and you're the quarterback and you've been having a lot of bad throws, but you need to step away, regain that mindfulness, relax yourself, and just refocus again. And now you do really well. So being able to utilize this in the moment of serious situations like the game or practice, also to help yourself just relax before going to bed is super important. In summary, you want to prioritize protein, omega-3s, and fats for nutrition, sleep and stress management to decrease inflammation of the body, accelerate recovery, and prevent injury. And think about this similar to when you sprain your ankle and your ankle's inflamed, right? What do? You rest it, you ice it, you get rid of the inflammation so it can heal better. That's exactly what we're doing to your body, just from like the inside. And instead of at one point, like your ankle, we're doing it systematically to your entire body. That's it for today. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me. I have it included on this slide. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one for any reason, schedule an appointment with me by talking to Becky. Tell her you're interested, and then she will send you a couple of questions, and then she will put you on my schedule for an evaluation. Again, I want to remind you guys, you don't have to be eating poorly to want to heal better, prevent injury, and have better performance. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we have to maintain our bodies throughout this long duration where there's no bye week, so we cannot be injured and perform our best with all of our good teammates in Las Vegas. And so think about how you can prepare your body now for the championship versus dealing with it when you get there. That is all.